Hey everyone, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. The CPI numbers came out today and they were higher than they expected according to the Brandon administration. So no shock that we didn't already know that inflation is going to continue to go up and things are going to continue to skyrocket. Food, rent, credit cards roughly average is about 18%. So anything that you are going to be purchasing is going to cost you more money. Keep that in mind. So, not my last video, but the video prior to so the second to the last video I showed a picture of a Starbucks that was basically, they had a sign and it said that they were going cashless. So we have talked about on this channel about going digital in the future. The dollar is being devalued every single day. Why do you think it's costing more money to purchase the same amount of stuff that we did last year? It's because the dollar is losing its purchasing power. They're devaluing our dollar on purpose. Fiat currency is done. So when you start to see Starbucks, I'm not talking if you drink Starbucks coffee or you don't. It's just what I was trying to show you was that we are moving to a society, a world where it's going to be no more cash. So taking your fiat currency and turning it into something that is going of asset, gold, silver, land, even a vehicle, but I wouldn't finance it. If you have savings like I did, purchase it. Cash transactions, cash is still king until it's not any longer. We have to take this into consideration. Every day where something else is coming out, the average family is being decimated. The middle class, they are hitting the middle class really hard right now. And imagine if you are just paycheck to paycheck. Imagine the pain that people are feeling and enduring in this economy that was created on purpose. In the last video we talked about divorce rates skyrocketing. I wanted to read you this quick article because I did get a lot of feedback on that, which was kind of interesting. I think it all ties in. It's not that this is a marital coaching channel, because it's not, but it all ties in together, the stress that it's putting onto the average family. Its title and all articles will be linked down in the description box. A divorce trend that may never reshape marriage forever, psychology today. And it's basically talking about people that are between 50 to 70 and they are just calling it quits. It says divorce rates for 50 to 70-year-olds are the highest they've been, having more than doubled since 1990. As financially independent people live into their hundreds, many are taking their marriages off life support to pursue new dreams. It is possible to prevent the demise of the long-term love, but it can't take active effort to do so. There are two kinds of couples who divorce after 20 plus years of marriage. One version has two people who tried their best and the other that hasn't. Mutual effort to sustain emotional connection is the greatest prevention strategy any long-term love can employ. While the number of annual U.S. divorces has declined from 944,000 to 2,000 to 600 in 2020, but we know since 2020 that the divorce rates have went up during the pandemic and now during inflation. And then it goes on to tell you the reason why the dying relationships is happening. It says that 50 to 70-year-olds are pulling their plug on the dying relationships where I love you didn't end up meaning I'll do everything. Relationships that were on autopilot for decades are coming off life support, meaning somebody in that marriage wasn't pulling their weight. It's a pretty long article, so go ahead and check that out. But again, if you are in a relationship or a marriage or, just girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the scenario might be, make sure that it's it's not a 70-25 type relationship. It's a 50-50. Actually, it should be 100% from both parties involved. That is my take on it. Was I always perfect in my relationships in the past over the years? What to be and what not to be. If you are a woman, there's this crazy feminist movement where women don't need men, that's trending all over, and then men are feeling that they don't need women to be happy. You know, that's a great scenario. But again, human beings are social creatures. We need human interaction. We need human touch. So don't forget that. Don't become jaded and don't become cold. Again, back to economies and why you should be prepping. Do not leave all your money in the bank, because a bank runs, bank balance, they lose power, they're hacked. There's numerous things that we've talked about on this channel. I'm sorry, I'm all sweaty. I just left the gym and it's so humid today. I'm trying to get my workout in early because I have some afternoon meetings that go till 4:30. But again, just make sure you're going over and having a budget and sticking to it. I don't know what the answers are for this inflation. It's not going to come down anytime soon. This is why we talk again and again about diversifying your money and really pulling it in. Don't be buying frivolous things right now. It's not the time to be buying a house. It's not the time to be taking out huge student loans. You know, if, like I said, unless you're going to be a doctor, something in the medical profession, an attorney, where you have to have a degree in that specific field, then there's all kinds of trade schools that one can go to that are a fraction of the cost. So just keep that in mind if you have children that are getting ready to go off into college. So I advise having a skill set. Everybody should have a skill set. Americans, we are the spoiledest country. We don't know what it is like to endure hardship. I'm not saying that people don't struggle here, because they do. I'm just saying that for most part we've had it pretty good since the Dust Bowl and the Great Depression. Okay. We don't know what it's like if our internet goes down, what it's like for a week. I've mentioned this prior to videos where we've had power outages in Pasadena from the hurricane winds that affected Southern California. I think that was back in 2012. It did knock our power out for 1 week. So I do have solar generators. Those are not the answer. My family is putting in a whole house solar house generator. They're in the process of doing that now. If they can ever keep getting people to come back. This is another thing that we're struggling with, that people are, I don't know what the deal is, they're not wanting to work. So our workforce, there's a lack of. The hospital where I live, they're planning to go on strike. There's huge shortages coming up. My stepdad, my mom's husband, he's working his shift plus other shifts because there's just not enough people to keep the spots open. And with the hospital, we have sick people, there's sick people going in and out. I have my license in telemetry, so when the housing market crashes, I can do that. I've been studying for my license in the firearm instructor, as I mentioned, and I'm also studying for insurance, health, life, home, car. I'm doing that California exam. I'll be taking that soon, just so that I am having a different skill set other than my profession, because it's good to have that. Last in 2008, the GFC caught me with my pants down. That wasn't a good thing. So invest in yourself, because if one profession dies out or slows up, have another one, have a side hustle. You've got to keep making the money if you want to survive in this world. Money is not everything. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy necessities, and it does sustain your life. You've got to have it. So I'm just going to end it short. I need to run to the store. I've got to get some stuff, and then I'm going to go home and take a shower and prepare for my meetings today. So I wish everyone well. Take care, everybody. Keep safe out there. Our crime is really escalating. It's really just on the rise. So you really got to be careful and keep your head on a swivel. So if you see me constantly looking around, you have to, because you just don't know. You have to be aware of your surroundings at all times. So with that being said, I wish you all well. Stay safe. God bless. And until next time, take care.
Things in this world just can't change. Some things you can't see until it gets too late. And baby, 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 when all your love is gone, who will save me from all I'm up against? Turn yourself around.